We are getting teleported.
God,
Alright, brace for impact. Brace for a brutal impact.
Brace for impact. Oh god.
Oh god, this is just the worst spot.
So last week's episode of UHC Stories was a teams game with Phenom, where things didn't go so well for us. If you remember, I mentioned that me and him, we tried to get a dual perspective highlights last year. Well, this was another one of those attempts. Will it have similar results? Well, you'll just have to sit back and watch. Or just take a guess based on the title of this video. Today's game was a teams of 4 hosted by Awesome on Arctic, and I was teamed with Phenom, Ixolok, and Nuked. Given this team, it already was bound to be a wild ride. But there were also a bunch of rather funky scenarios to add to the craziness here. First, and maybe the least interesting of all, spawners galore. This scenario boosts the rate at which dungeons generate and allows for all types of mobs to spawn from them, ranging from blazes to rabbits and even more. But here's where it gets really interesting. Astrophobia. A scenario where meteors fall from the sky at random and could kill any of us at any moment if we were unlucky enough. The meteors also sometimes leave some goodies for us to grab, like iron and diamonds, making meteor hunting a less than viable but potentially rewarding option for those that are feeling a bit dangerous. But there was one more detail about this game that made it interesting. This little scenario called End Meetup, where instead of going to 0-0 for Meetup, instead you all get teleported to the End Dimension. You can imagine that this scenario is going to bring a lot of chaos at Meetup. So with the scenarios out of the way, let's talk about the game. I did the normal day one things on Surface, no need to get into too much detail here, because it's going to be the same in most games you play. But I did end up finding a lot of sheep, and if you didn't know, here's a little Minecraft tip for you. Sheep wool can be used to make string on Arctic. Okay. So yes, you can craft string out of wool on Arctic, but more importantly, I can use that wool to make beds. And with beds, they'll explode in the End Dimension. I didn't mention it earlier, but the typical meta scenarios were at play here as well, considering it was a public game, meaning that I was down to the caves within the first 6 minutes of the game. I got myself fully equipped in copper, and once again, I'm going to show that this is my copper pack edit, and it is invalidated with the new 1.17 cave update, link will be in the description. And I quickly found enough diamonds to make enchants 8 minutes into the game. With enchants so early on into the game, I was able to make fast progress in my cave. I found 2 more veins of diamonds before PvP was enabled, leaving me with 13 total. So I made half diamond, pants and boots, leaving me with 2 diamonds to spare. I was having pretty good luck with the diamonds, but the few spawners that I had found in between finding those veins of diamonds were not so lucky. And well, I found yet another vein of diamonds just 16 minutes into the game, and I made a diamond helmet. But I heard silverfish nearby this 4th vein of diamonds, so I dug towards it. And I found a dungeon, and in this dungeon, my luck would finally turn around. I ended up getting not just 1, but 2 golden apples out of this dungeon. Given my gear, my teammates wanted to meet up with me. So we did. While they were getting basic enchants, I was working on making a power 3 bow. I ended up giving Phenom my boots to split the gear among the team, and once we were all ready, we headed up to the surface. With just 10 minutes to meet up, we were getting ready for the inevitable teleport to the End Dimension. I had gathered enough wool for more than a handful of beds, but my teammate Ixo was also getting in on the fun.
I'm shearing sheep.
Are you?
Awesome string.
Anna might not be the pick here.
Not for string.
I just got leather boots. Oh,
Nice.
we're definitely bed bombing, right?
Oh, we are bed bombing the
Yeah,
shit.
I have 24 wool on me right now, so.
I don't care if I die. I'm
Oh,
gonna die
me
this style.
neither.
After a quick detour fishing in the nearby river, waiting for Nuke to head up to the surface, we decided to make our way up top of the mountain so we could meet up. However, while roaming around for Nuked, we instead found Elon MTE of the orange team. Phenom and I would make quick work of him, landing shot after shot after shot, before he would eventually jump off the mountain and into the river, where he would perish. And just like that, we gained 3/4 diamond, a sharpness 4 diamond sword, and even more healing. Nuked finally showed up from the caves, and with 5 minutes until the End Meetup teleport, we had to hurry. I crafted a few more beds just in case they would be necessary. We split our arrows and our healing in a chest, and soon enough, it was time for the teleport.
This is gonna be wild.
This is gonna be a fucking mess.
This is gonna
Oh my
be
God, this
crazy.
is gonna be
crazy. Yo, if we get hard rushed by 2 teams, we just bomb their
Oh,
shit out.
absolutely, absolutely.
We spawned in the end in a very suboptimal spot, on the side of the End Island, and almost instantly, chaos broke loose.
Why did we get spawned
Wait.
here?
PvP is not disabled. I'm building a wall.
Guys, no armor! He's no armor!
What?
Is PvP on?
Not yet. It's just not on. It's now on.
What the fuck?
I just blew us up.
What?
I blew us up.
You could say it was, well, catastrophic ending. God, I can't believe I actually just made that joke. So that's it for this week's episode of UHC Stories. I know that this one is a little bit shorter than the previous 2 episodes I have released recently, but I didn't have enough time to put together the intended game that I planned on editing this week. If you enjoyed it, feel free to subscribe to the channel, as I plan on doing these once a week or so, unless a recorded round comes in the way. But until then, that's about it, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.